Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, My Loverlies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am so happy you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. Today is New Makeup Monday. We got lots of good stuff to talk about. Some stuff from Amazon that I'm truly in love with. Before we get started, a very special, very warm welcome to any of those that are new to my channel. I am so incredibly happy that you are here. If you enjoy the content, I do so hope that you will mash that thumbs up button. I hope that you will subscribe if you have not already. And I hope that you will ring my bell, turn on your notifications, so that way, next time I upload a video, you can come right back here and we can hang out together again. Also, my makeup is already done. I used the Be Perfect Manifest Dream Big eyeshadow palette. Turned out super, super cute. Went for a very easy halo eye kind of situation. Lots of shimmer, lots of sparkle. Took me like 10 minutes to do. I did make sure to film a TikTok on today's eye look. If you're interested, I will make sure to have the links for that, as well as all of my other socials, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff in the description box below, along with a full list of everything that I'm going to talk about in today's video. Of course, if you have any questions about anything I talk about, all you got to do is leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Okay, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the new makeup. First up, we have a little bit of skincare. Now, I know everybody knows exactly what this is. This is that absolutely viral COSRX snail mucin serum that was going around all of the apps here just a little while ago. I think it's still pretty viral. I actually got really, really lucky and found this at my local Burke's. I picked it up for, I think I paid like $8 for it. It usually goes for anywhere from like 20 to 15 depending. Now, I did find this one on Amazon for $14, which I think is a really fantastic price for it as well. So if you're interested, head on over to Amazon and go pick it up. But I have been using this and I really, really like it. It is very, the texture of this is something that is really, it really has to be felt to be understood. It is a super sticky, very viscous, like I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's very sticky, very, very viscous. It feels like slime, but when I tell you it goes on to the skin, it is so beautifully hydrating. It sinks in instantly, leaves such a gorgeous glow on the skin, feels beautifully plumping and beautifying. This stuff is delightful. I don't really understand the hype about it, like why it was so freaking absolutely viral there for a minute, but it is a very, very nice kind of like essence serum kind of thing. Beautifully hydrating. I feel like if you have dry skin, this is going to do nothing but wonderful things for you. I also really enjoy snail mucin just in general. The brand that I usually buy my snail mucin from is called Mucin, and they're on Amazon as well. They're a little bit more expensive than COSRX, but I buy the snail mucin eye patches, I buy the serums, things like that, and I've been using it for years at this point, and I really, really enjoy it. So this is a much more cost-effective way to continue to have that snail mucin in my beauty routine, and it is just as nice. It is a very, very wonderful hydrating little serum. Also, it's supposed to have anti-aging advantages. It's supposed to help fine lines and wrinkles, things like that. I haven't really noticed a big difference in that department yet, but my skin does look super fresh and glowy and juicy and plump when I use it, so I figured I would mention it in today's video. This stuff is actually very, very nice. If you've been curious, I definitely recommend you go check it out. Next up off of Amazon, we have this little liquid face trio. So this is from a new brand that I have been exploring here recently. This is the Qibest brand, and I've talked about a couple of their products in the last few New Makeup Mondays. They have a strawberry Pore Vanish primer that is supposed to be a dupe for the Glow Recipe BHA Strawberry Niacinamide Pore Vanish thing. You know what I mean? I think that one is like super expensive, and the Qibest one is so much more affordable. It's like $10. However, it does not have the skincare in it that the Glow Recipe one does. So there's that. But I really enjoyed the primer, and because of that, it led me to wanting to test out a couple more things from the brand. So I picked up this little set. So in this set, you get a liquid contour, you get a liquid blush, and a liquid highlighter. And I have been playing with these for a couple of weeks at this point, and these are so nice. They're actually what I'm wearing on my face today. This one is the contour. The contour is a perfect contour shade for my skin tone. It's beautiful. I love the tone. It has got just the right amount of gray to it, but it's not super gray that it makes you look unalive. It's perfect. Looks like a very natural shadow on the skin. They also have a very thin, lightweight texture to them, so they blend out absolutely effortlessly. Yeah, super, super pretty. And I also really enjoy the packaging as well. I do believe that these are supposed to be duping the Rare Beauty products. However, I'm not sure about that because, again, I haven't tried the Rare Beauty products. But I can say these are super cute. So this is the contour. I also picked up the blush, and this is just in the shade 4. And it is a super cute, kind of like poppy pink color. This is the blush that I'm wearing today. Very, very cute. I enjoy it so, so much. And again, same kind of formula, blends out beautifully. The blushes have a great amount of pigmentation to them. So I do suggest that you be pretty careful when applying. 1 or 2 dots is going to give you all the pigmentation that you need. But I think what really kind of surprised me the most is the liquid highlighter. I actually really, really like the liquid highlighter. I think it is so, so pretty. This is the highlighter that I'm wearing today. It is so glowy and so gorgeous. So that's what it looks like when you first apply it, and then you blend it out. It's not glittery, it's not chunky in any way. It just blends out and gives the skin such a gorgeous, almost wet looking shine. Stunning. All of these products are gorgeously buildable as well, so they're fully customizable. They're just really, really good. I got all 3 of these bottles for $9.99, so $10, y'all. It's a fantastic, fantastic deal. You get a good amount of product in here as well, and again, if you don't want to buy the set, you can also buy them individually. I do think that the set is where you're going to get most of your value at, but y'all, they're just so, so nice. And if you've been kind of wanting to try something in this packaging, I think this is a great way to do that. I think the packaging is just so super cute. So it is a soft touch matte kind of packaging. It's got a frosted, it's not, it looks like glass, but it's not. It's just a frosted plastic packaging, but I do like this little top up here because it makes it super easy to open. So I enjoy that very, very much. Y'all, these are freaking adorable. And for $10, you get almost like what you get, contour, blush, and highlight. You cannot beat it. They're delightful. So for the last thing that I have from Amazon, this is the Carla Secret concealer and blush palette. So on one side you have your concealers, and then on the other side you have your blushes. This is very much supposed to be a dupe or a knockoff of the Artist Forever concealer blush palette that they launched recently. I wanted that thing so, so badly, but it's ridiculously expensive, and I just was not going to pay that much money for a little face palette. So I went to Amazon and I got the next best thing. And honestly, my hopes for this were not very high. A lot of times cream products, especially cream concealers, they just look very, very heavy. They look greasy. They just look cakey and gross on my very dry, very like fine-lined, wrinkly under eyes, or even the face. I just find that they don't lay very well. They're just not my favorite. However, this I don't know if you guys can see, but I have played with this thing about 1,000,001 times at this point. I think the packaging is awful. It's difficult to get open, but once you actually get into the products inside, they're so nice. I love every single shade of blush in here. They're stunning. They're so, so pretty. I like that it goes from pretty deep. You have these super gorgeous, like bright poppy pinks in here as well. You have a really gorgeous, like deep berry kind of tone in here as well. And then when it comes to the concealer side, now I wouldn't use any of these tones for actual concealer. All of these tones are either way too peachy for me or way too deep. However, it does work beautifully as a bronzing and contour palette. I think that the actual shades themselves, beautifully pigmented. They're gorgeously pigmented. They're not waxy. They're not waxy and heavy like I was expecting them to be. I was expecting them to feel like pretty cheap, like cheap makeup, you know? However, that is just not the case. They go on, they have a very, very lightweight, very thin kind of texture to them. So they go on and they just blend out so beautifully and so effortlessly. They apply gorgeously with both a sponge and a brush, though a brush is my preferred method of application. I think the tones in here are really, really nice as well. This is the one that I've been using for contour. It's just, yeah, they're just really, really nice. If you've been looking for a good cream face palette, I think this is a really, really great option. They're beautifully buildable as well. So there is one layer, and then we'll go in with another and blend that out. Yeah, they just build on themselves really, really well. They're not patchy, they're not streaky. They dry down, like they still leave a cream finish on the skin. So they're not matte in any way, but there's no sparkle, there's no shimmer, and they still leave that really gorgeous kind of like cream finish on the skin without being sticky or tacky in any way. They're fantastic. The blushes in here are absolutely gorgeous. I love pretty much every single tone in here. They swatch beautifully. They look gorgeous on the skin. Yeah, super pretty. Got some that are a little bit pinker, some that are a little bit peachier. You've got some deeper tones in here as well. Some like mauves and some berries. It's the whole gamut right there. They're wonderful. I like them very, very much. I do think that I'm not going to get a ton of use out of these three shades right here. Everything else in the palette is very usable for me. So I think all in all, it's a great value, especially for 10 bucks. You're getting a good amount of product in here. Like I said, it's just a really, really great buy. If you've been interested in a little cream face palette like this, very, very, very nice option. Now I have a couple of bronzers to talk about, and I'm not sure what happened. I just decided I needed some more bronzer in my life this month, but I picked up the Ace Beaute. This is the Bronzed in Paradise palette. I picked this up. I think I found this at my local Burke's. I only paid a couple dollars for it. I think I paid like $10 for it. Now, originally at full price, this goes for $29.48. That's how much I found it for on Amazon. It is going to be the most affordable on Amazon, but y'all, it is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer palette. First of all, Ace Beaute has some of the best packaging. It's always that really like high quality, heavy duty kind of cardboard packaging, which I appreciate. You open it up, you do get a nice full size mirror, and then you get 4 separate bronzer shades in here. Now, the reason I like this palette as much as I do is because the shades in here are stunning. Like they have a neutrality to them, which they just work for really light skin. They're not too red, they're not too orange. They're like that perfect happy medium. They go on, they give you, that's the lightest shade, and then this is the deepest shade. And I think that the tones in between, like there's the other two kind of swatched. I just think they're super pretty. Every single shade in this palette works for me. Can use some of them as contour and some of them as bronzers. They're just all super pretty. And the actual texture of the powder is super soft and smooth and velvety. So it just goes on to the face and literally it just blends itself. So, so nice. Let's add some more. Let me show you. I'm going to take my Ace Beaute small angled blender, and I'm just going to go into that second shade and just add a little bit right here. But they just go on and they blend so pretty on the skin. They have a great amount of pigmentation, but they sheer out beautifully as well. So you really get that definition, but it's not too orange, it's not too red. Looks really gorgeous and natural on the skin. So if you're anywhere near my skin tone, this is the lighter variation. They have a lighter variation and then also a deeper one as well. This one is just, it's fantastic. I really enjoy this. Probably my favorite bronzer product or bronzer palette I've tried this year. But then I tried the Them LaLa Beauty bronzer, and I've heard a bunch of different people speak about this bronzer. I just picked up a little mini. I figured I didn't need another full-size bronzer in my collection, and I didn't need a full-size bronzer just in order to test it out. I picked this one up in the shade Bora Bora. Y'all, like, it's beautiful. This is actually what I'm wearing as contour today. This is stunning. I love the tone. I love the texture of it. Like, it blends out, definitely has that kind of contour-y kind of color with just a little bit of added warmth just to really make you look nice and sun-kissed and gorgeous. It's beautiful. There's also a tiny bit of like something glowy in there. It's not glittery, it's not shimmery in any way, but it's not necessarily like a flat matte kind of bronzer either. There's just a little bit of something that glows in there, so it goes onto the skin and it just makes the skin look so pretty. Now, this is a fairly expensive bronzer. A full size of one of these is going to go for at least 20 bucks. It's going to be $21.88, so 22 bucks for a full size. However, if you've got the money to spare and you want to support an indie brand, I do think this is a fantastic bronzer. I'm almost kind of sad I only have the mini of it, because I can see myself like going back into this one time and time again. I just think the tone is so pretty. Also, I usually prefer bronzers that have more of that natural leaning red kind of tone to them, just because I am such a pink person, and when I flush red anyway. So a more red toned bronzer just looks more natural on me. However, this is just, I mean, like, y'all, it's just pretty. It's just pretty. It's really nice, and I enjoy it very much. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in today's video is this thing right here. So this is the Touch in Sol Icy Sherbet Pretty Filter Primer. Guys, I picked just the mini of this one up. Usually comes in a full fluid ounce. This is just a half, so it came in this little squeezy tube. Y'all, this is a blurring, pore filling primer, but it's also supposed to be hydrating. This reminds me it's almost identical to the Wet n Wild Impossible primer. It's got that same texture, it's got the same kind of look to it. It's almost got that frosty kind of silicone-y look to it, but it doesn't feel silicone-y at all. Just goes on and feels beautifully hydrating, but it also blurs everything out, gives you a good base to start your makeup on. While I really enjoy this primer, at full size, this thing goes for around $20, but you can go pick up the Wet n Wild Impossible primer, and it's only like, what, $5 or $6? So I definitely am going to recommend the Wet n Wild primer. But if you've been wanting to try this one, and don't really have the money to go pick it up, try the Wet n Wild Impossible primer. I think they're freaking identical. Like, pretty much dupes of each other, and that one is so much more affordable. Don't you just love when you just like stumble into a dupe? Makes my penny pinching heart so very happy. And with that is the end of today's video. I do so hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful to you in some small way. If I had to pick a favorite from today's video, I would definitely have to say it is the Qibest liquid face products. I think these are truly fantastic. I also really enjoyed the blush and contour palette. I know that cream cheek products are usually more of a summer thing, but I am telling you, if you've got dry skin like I do, in the winter my skin gets so dry. Kind of crazy, and I really depend on a good hydrating face product to give me that glow, and these are providing. As always, everything is going to be listed in the description box below. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up before you leave. And with that, I love you so very much. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you back here tomorrow for True Love Tuesday. Guys, I love you so, so very much. Until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.